Welcome to this Beloved Tribe yoga class, a gentle flow into Yin and Yoga Nidra, the first one of this year. So I welcome you very much into the new year. And today we're going to invite the new year and the new energy of this year into our awareness, into our body, and invite that new energy so we can use it to manifest all that we have in store for ourselves for the new year. And we're going to start by sitting cross-legged on your mat. Find your space and come settle down. One thing I forgot to say, if you're looking at this as a recording, we are going to go into Yin and Nidra also. So you need a lot of props like pillows, maybe some blocks. If you have a big book instead of a block, that's also fine. Blanket. So get enough stuff around you that can help you sink into the Yin poses later. So if you're looking now at the recording, just stop the recording, get all your equipment, all your props, and then push play again, and we're going to start together. For now, the people are here. Come, sit down, cross-legged on your mat. Maybe adjust your sit bones a little bit, and if you need to sit on a blanket to raise your hips, then do so. Make it yourself as comfortable as you need to support your body. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Breathing in and out, slowly, deeply, with awareness for every in-breath and every out-breath. Slowly land more and more on your yoga mat with every cycle of breath. Slowing down, letting go of everything that already happened today or didn't happen. And come into this space, your space of nourishing your body and your mind. And see if you can make your in-breath and your out-breath the same length. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose or the mouth. If you want to let go more, side out, it's totally welcome. And then we're going to bring our awareness to our forehead and relax the skin of the forehead. And we focus on this area of the body, the forehead. This automatically also slows down the thought patterns in the mind just by relaxing the skin of the forehead. Now bring your awareness, your attention to the point in the middle of the eyebrows, the third eye. And if it's hard for you to do that, you can even place a finger on your third eye to help you focus on this point. And breathe towards this point. Point of inner wisdom, intuition, inner knowing. And observe what's happening here for you. Maybe you feel some physical sensations like tingling. Maybe some emotion come up. Just observe what's happening for you at this point, this third eye point. And in the next out breath, let go of this focus and bring your hands on your belly, just underneath your navel. And focus the space underneath your navel. Bring your awareness to this space. This is another place of intuition and inner knowing in your body. And observe what's happening here for you. What do you feel in this space? Breathing deeply in and out towards this space. Does it feel different than the third eye space? Or maybe it's the same inner knowing, the same intuition, or maybe there's something else there, another voice, another feeling. Breathing deeply in and out, observing. Letting go of all the tension around this space, just let it be. And in the next out breath, release this space and bring your hands slowly towards your heart space. Place your hands on your heart. This is the third area in your body where inner wisdom and intuition flows, bringing the third eye and your base together in your heart space. Breathing into the heart space with every in and out breath. Feeling into the warmth of your heart. See if any bodily sensations come up, or emotion, or thoughts, feelings. Just observe what's happening here. Breathing through your heart, deeply in and deeply out. And as we've visited all these spaces of intuition and inner wisdom, traveled through our body towards these points, I want to invite you to look for your sankalpa. And sankalpa is a word or a mantra, a positive affirmation in the present time. Something that you want to bring focus on in your life in this moment, this new beginning of this year. Something you want to manifest or want to invite more of in your life. So a sankalpa can be a word like love or trust, courage, whatever word comes up for you. Or a mantra. And the mantra is always in present time as if it already happened. For instance, my body is healthy. I nourish myself with healthy food. I am loved. I feel love all around me in my life. Those mantras are a sankalpa. So again, focus on your heart space and take some time to see what comes up for you in a word or a sentence, a mantra. We're going to use that throughout this practice. And when you find your sankalpa, breathe this word or this mantra in on your in-breath 3 times and let it go on the out-breath. 3 deep breaths in with your sankalpa and breathe it out, letting it go into the space. On the last out breath, releasing your sankalpa for now. And keep it not too far because we're going to use it later in the practice again. But for now you can let it go, release your hands, bring your hands down on your knees. And on the next out breath, bring your chin towards your chest. Going to slowly start with the warming up of the neck. On the next in-breath, make a half circle with your neck towards the right. Breathing out, coming back to the middle. Breathing in, make a half circle towards the left. And moving on your own breath, slowly warming up the neck. You can keep your eyes closed or be more comfortable. Slowly, softly open your eyes with a soft gaze. And if you feel safe enough in your neck, you can also complete the circle whole on the in-breath going all the way up and on the out-breath going all the way down. If you have some neck injuries, be careful and just stay with the half circle. If you're doing the whole circle, change it up. So first one way, then the other way. With your breath. It's our most important tool of awareness. Coming into awareness into the body with the breath. Into the present time. And into this new year with new energy we can intently use to set our intentions and create our own beautiful life like we envision it for ourselves. Slowly come to stillness, and the next in-breath, bring your head central again. And we're going to start to make little circles with our hips. First one way, start little circles, whichever way you prefer. First, doesn't matter left or right. The in-breath coming forward and the out-breath moving back. And slowly make the circle a little bit bigger. Breathing in, opening the chest, opening your heart, and breathing out, doming the spine to the back. Warming up your torso, bringing some movement into the spine, into the hip area. And slowly make the circle smaller and come back into the center. For the other side. So start slow again and small. Breathing in, coming forwards, breathing out, doming the spine to the back. And gradually make your circle a little bit bigger. Explore your range of motion. To the front, opening your heart. To the back, doming your spine. Curling your spine. Wakening up. Maybe you want to sigh it out. Whatever you want to do, it feels good to you right now to waking up the body. And slowly make the circle smaller, coming back towards the middle. Very good. Remove any props underneath your sit bones if you have any. And you're going to move on all fours, the hands and knees. If you have some knee problems, prop your knees with a double your mat or a sheepskin or your blanket. Widen your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your feet together and sink on an out breath onto your heels for child's pose. We're going to do an active child's pose. That means that we are going to keep our arms away from the mat. Press our hands firmly into the mat and then come down with our forehead on the mat. Keeping the arms lifted and the fingers engaged on the mat. Breathing in, sigh it out. Sinking deeper into your base. Try to see if you can find your sit bones on your heels. And if it's just too much for your knees, you can always sit on a block or place a blanket between your legs to alleviate your knees a bit. And sink into this pose. Keep your arms active. Shoulders away from the ears. Pressing into the hands, pressing yourself towards your sit bones. Maybe you like to massage your forehead a little bit from left to right on the mat. Gently also move your scapula, your shoulder blades, warming them up, waking them up. Stay aware of the breath. And slowly come back into stillness. You're going to move from this child's pose into a cat-cow movement. Starting with the in-breath, bringing ourselves, our weight forward into a cow, hollowing out the back, coming forward, bringing your nose towards the ceiling, and on an out-breath, dome your spine and moving back into child's pose, undulate back into child's pose. And keep on moving like this, so breathing in, hollow out the back, bring your weight forward, nose comes up for a cow, and breathing out, doming the spine, coming into cat, moving back into child's pose. Keep on moving like this in your own breath, in your own rhythm. Warming up the body more and more. Get familiar with your breath and the movement in your body, creating awareness in your body. One more cycle, breathing in, hollow out the spine, coming forward, nose towards the ceiling, and breathing out, coming back, dome your spine into child's pose. On the next in-breath, help yourself up back to all fours. Align your body so your knees are stacked underneath the hips and the hands are stacked underneath the shoulders. The spine is straight. The neck is in one straight line with the spine and the gaze is down towards the mat. The next in-breath, bring your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, opening up to the chest. And on the exhale, thread the needle. Bring your arm underneath your left armpit towards the floor and your ear towards the floor. Breathing in, bring yourself all the way up again. Opening up, right arm all the way to the ceiling. And breathing out on the breath. Bring yourself, thread the needle, hand toward the floor and the right ear towards the floor. Breathing in one more time, all the way up. Opening up. And on the next exhale, thread the needle. Move your arm towards the floor and this time lay yourself down on the side of your face. Your arm is relaxed on the floor. Maybe you want to stretch out your left arm in front of you for more stabilizing pose. Gentle twist. Breathing deeply in and out. And if this feels like enough for you, you can stay here. If you want to open up a little bit more, bring your left hand on your back. Maybe tuck it underneath between your leg and your leg and your thigh and your belly. And you can open up a little bit more your heart towards the ceiling. Bringing the shoulder blades together. Focus on the breath. One more deep breath in. And the next out breath, bring yourself back to all fours. For the other side. Breathing in, bring your left hand all the way up towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest. Gaze towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left arm underneath your right armpit and your ear towards the mat. Breathing in, coming all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your ear towards the mat. Breathing in, coming all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle for the last time. Lay down your arm, come resting on your left ear. And try to relax all the muscles that you don't need to stay into this pose. Maybe you want to stretch out your right arm for more stabilization in the pose. And breathe through wherever you feel you need the attention in your body, but you feel some stretching going on or some discomfort maybe. Deep, long, full yogi breaths. Filling up the whole torso. And maybe this is enough for you, and if you want to engage a little bit more, bring your right arm on the back. You can place it between your thigh and your belly and opening up a little bit more by bringing the shoulder blades together. Try to open up your heart towards the ceiling. If you feel like your breath is opting out a little bit when you do this, then it's too much for you. Just come back to the first option. Maybe this side feels different and the other side is totally fine. Just observe what's happening in your body. One more deep breath in. And the next exhale, bring yourself back into all fours. Draw your toes into the mat. And then your next inhale, hover your knees. Bring your weight into your hands. Push yourself out of your mat and hover your knees above the floor. Engagement in the legs, strong legs. straight spine. Keep on breathing. One more deep breath in. And breathing out, bringing the knees back to the mat. Sigh it out. One more time. Curl the toes into the mat. Fix your hands into the mat. Strong hands. And on the next in-breath, bring your knees out of your mat. Hover your knees. Engage your legs. Arms are strong. Pushing yourself away from the mat. Shoulders are away from the ears. Gaze is looking down towards the hands. And next out breath, bring your knees back towards the mat. And on your next in-breath, again lift the knees. Breathing in, and on the out breath, move your weight back into a downward facing dog with bent knees. Bring your belly towards your thighs. And slowly start to stretch your legs out towards downward facing dog. Make sure your hands are aligned into the mat. Fingers are spreaded. Index fingers pointing forwards. Pressing down towards all the knuckles in your hands. Shoulders are rotating out, away from each other. Your neck is relaxed. Maybe you want to walk out your dog a little bit. Warming up the hamstrings. And slowly come to stillness. Deep breath in and sigh it out in downward facing dog. Breathing in, look to the front. And slowly, one foot at a time, walk yourself all the way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Opening up the feet hip width distance apart. Breathing out. Bend your knees, bring your belly on your knees. Let your head drop, coming into ragdoll. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows with your hands. Make the head heavy. And coming into this forward fold. Maybe you want to sway a little bit from left to right. To relieve the back. Breathing deeply in and out. Bend your knees as much as you need to protect your hamstrings. Get your belly onto your top of your thighs. And the next out breath, let your hands go. Release your hands towards the floor. And then inhale. Come up slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Roll yourself up into a standing position. Stepping to the front of the mat. Rolling your shoulders back, opening up the heart. Close your eyes for a moment. To check your alignment. Not by looking at your body, but by feeling your body. Being aware of where your body is in space. So without looking, can you feel if your feet are hip width distance apart? Your tailbone is tucked under slightly. Your legs are engaged. Your chest is open. Shoulders are rolled back and away from the ears. And the chin is tucked in slightly. Feel your mountain pose, strong pose. The body is active and at peace in the same time, totally aware. And bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. We're going to do a round of sun salutations, classical sun salutations, to greet the sun, honor the sun, greet this new year's energy, this vibrant and fresh new energy into our lives, and salute and honor this energy into our existence, into our space. Breathing in deeply and breathing out, opening our eyes, bringing the hands down. The next in-breath, bring your arms all the way up, opening up the heart, and breathing out, swan dive down from the hips down, forward fold. If you need to bend your knees, please do so. Breathing in, halfway lift, maybe your fingertips touch the mat, maybe you have your hands on your legs, wherever you need to be. And exhale, step your left leg back, knee towards the mat, and uncurl your toes, coming into a low lunge. If you have knee problems, pat your knees, take your blanket or your sheepskin, opening up. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, light back bend into crescent moon. And again here, if you feel supported and safe, close your eyes for a little bit and feel your body, feel the alignment in your body. Can you feel if your knee is stacked on your ankle, if your hips are pointing forwards, and if your arms are alongside your ears without looking, just feel your body, see where your alignment is. Breathe into that. Open your eyes. Maybe check if what you feel in your body is actually what's happening, if it's the reality of where you are at the moment. So is your knee on top of your ankle? Are your arms straight next to your ears? And are your hips pointing forward? Does the awareness of your body also is the reality of your body? Awareness. Breathing out, bring your hands down. And step towards plank, high plank. Hands underneath the shoulders. The whole body is active. Gaze is down. Breathing out, bring your knees towards the floor. And in one straight line, moving down, nose towards the mat. Opening up your legs a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Going to move into Cobra. Just breathing in. Push yourself out of your hands. Keep your chin tucked in slightly. Coming out of your back. And when you feel you can't go any farther, then you can draw up your nose a little bit to get a nice curve in your spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are hugged into ribs. If this is too much, you can always come to a baby cobra. Stay lower. Slight engagement in the gluteus muscles to protect the lower back. And exhale, calm back down. Nose towards the mat. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, move towards Cobra. The next inhale, step your left foot to the front. Lower your right knee. Uncurl your toes. And inhale, come back in crescent moon. Opening your heart towards the sun. Gaze is lightly towards the ceiling. Light back bend. Exhale, bring your hands down. And step in one go to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Feet are hip distance apart. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Hands in front of the heart. Very good. Going towards the other side. I hope I still remember which one we just did. We'll see about that. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Opening up through the heart. And exhale, swan dive down from the hips. All the way down. Forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step your left leg back. And bring your knee towards the floor, uncurl your toes, coming into a low lunge. And inhale, bring your arms all the way up, crescent moon, slight back bend. Close your eyes again for a moment and check your alignment. Is your knee above your ankle? Are your hips straight forward? Arms are straight next to the ears. Knuckles are facing each other. Heart is open. And maybe you want to check your alignment with your eyes to see if what you feel is the same as what you're doing in your body. It doesn't mean it has to look perfect. It's just to see if your perception of your body is the same as what it actually is in reality. And this means we can create more awareness in our body. And also, if we create awareness in our body, we create awareness in our mind. And that helps us with focus and intention. Exhale, bring the hands down and step into plank. Active in the arms, hands underneath the shoulders. Active legs, active back. Gaze is looking down, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring your knees down, uncurl your toes and come down in one straight line. Your nose to the mat. Opening up your legs a little bit, wider than hip distance apart. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. And on the inhale, press yourself out of your hands into Cobra. See how far you can go. Don't push yourself. Keep a light, slight engagement in the gluteus muscles to protect the lower back. And only curve your nose up when you found your full range of your Cobra pose. Hugging the elbows into the ribs and shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring your nose back down. Inhale, come up to all fours, and exhale, move to downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands and step your right foot in between your hands, lowering the left knee, uncurling the toes, low lunge. Make sure your base is strong. And on the next inhale, bring your arms all the way up for crescent moon. Slight back bend. Gaze is lightly towards the ceiling. Greeting the sun, greeting the new year. Inviting the new energy into our life, into our body, into our space. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, move your hands down. And step your left foot to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Hands in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Samasthiti. Very good. Well, that was the flow part for today. And now we're going to move to the yin portion of this practice. So bring your blanket or your sheepskin on your mat for extra padding. We're going to move into a child's pose. Just getting my timer here. Very good. So bring your knees as wide as the mat. And if you need to use a block to sit on, or maybe pat yourself with a pillow, find your pose in child's pose. And in the very beginning of the class we did an active one, and now it's going to be a yin one. So we're going to really sink into this pose and find our body. So find your props if you need any, if not, totally fine. And sink into your child's pose. Your hands can be beside your face, arms are relaxed. No stress on the arms, no stress on the rest of the body. And take like 30 seconds or so to find some adjustments if you need to adjust anything. And when you found your comfort zone here, come to stillness and focus on your breath. Breathing deep into the belly, in and out. Coming into your body, moving to a deeper layer of your body, your subtle body. As you find your relaxation and your stillness here, see if you can find your sankalpa, your mantra or your word that we found in our heart space in the beginning of the class. Find your sankalpa and breathe your sankalpa in deeply 3 times and release it on the out breath. Letting it move through whole your body, your intention, your positive nourishment for yourself. And let it go for now again. In Yin, we stay in the poses for a little longer, about 3 minutes. So find your stillness in here. And I will let you know when we have 1 more minute to go. Slowing down your breath. Slowing down your heart rate. Bring stillness to the mind. You have 1 more minute into this child's pose. And know that if we come out of it, stay aware of your breath and let your breath guide you towards the next pose. The breath is what makes the difference in between yoga and yoga. We can just move to the poses and do a physical exercise, but if we engage our breath and move with our breath in awareness, that's where the magic of yoga is, where the consciousness rises. Take 1 more deep breath in and out, sigh it out. And on your next in-breath, keep your eyes closed. Bring yourself up ever so slowly. And find your way onto your belly. Come lying down on your belly. We take 1 minute of rest. Maybe you want to place your hands on your or your head on your hands as a pillow, or bring your forehead to the mat and feel into your body what this child's pose did for you. The rebound pose for the awareness in between the yin asanas. One more deep breath in here. Breathing out. And then your next in-breath, help yourself on your forearms. Going to move into a yin version of Sphinx. And try to keep your eyes closed through this part of the practice. If you need to look at the screen to see what I'm doing, of course do so, but try to keep your focus inward as much as possible. So coming into Sphinx, opening up the knee, the legs, the foot as wide as the mat, relaxing the tension in your sit bones, your gluteus muscles. Maybe you want to sway a little bit your hips from left to right to release the tension. And if you have some issues in your back, you can also place a pillow underneath your belly to raise up your belly, your lower belly, pelvic area a little bit. And when you found your position, sink into the pose. You can also use a block underneath your forehead to give your head the resting position, so you can really surrender to this yin sphinx. When you found your position, come to stillness. Focus on your breath. Be aware of every part of your body, what you're feeling physically in your body in this moment, without judgment. And in yin it's very important that we respect our boundaries. As we are moving into a pose for a longer period of time, we don't want to overstretch or pinch any nerves. So if you feel any pins or needles or pain in your body, then move out of it. Come back into a lighter version of the pose, or move into your rebound Savasana, or lying on the belly. Yin is about finding the edge of comfort and then moving a little bit back from the edge to really find the nourishment in the pose and not stress our body out. Stay aware in your body. Maybe there's some emotion or some thoughts coming up. Just observe what's happening. One more minute in this pose. See if you can relax all the muscles. You don't need to hold yourself up. If you have to make little adjustments just to ease some stress or too much tension, please feel free. It is about stillness, but not in it to every cost. So if you feel you need to move, you're always free to do so. Last deep inhale here. Breathe it out, sigh it out. And on the next inhale, remove your props. Lying in a rebound on your belly, supporting your head with your hands. Like 1 minute of recuperation, of integration. Stay aware of your breath. Feel the difference in your body from before and after this pose. Now on the next inhale, slowly and gently help yourself up into a seated position with your legs in front of you. Try to keep your eyes closed if you can, to stay in your own space. Going to move into a butterfly forward fold. So bring your feet together, away from your body as much so you can still touch your feet with your hands, and let your knees drop out to the side. Again, if you need any props, use them. So maybe you want to sit on a blanket to help your hips up a little bit more so it's easier to fold forward. And take a block or a book and a pillow in front of you. So when you breathe in, lengthening out your spine, breathing out, moving forwards, you can rest your head on your prop so you can really relax and surrender to this pose. And remember your edge, don't go over it. Stay around 50 or 60% of your comfort zone. So feeling a little bit of stretch in the body is totally okay, but no pins and needles. And you need to be aware of the fact that you have to be in this pose for a couple of minutes. So can you stay comfortable in the pose you are in right now for a couple of minutes? Be honest with your own body. If you feel you can't, move out of it a little bit. And give yourself that self-love of gentle care and gentle stretch. Breathing deep towards the belly. Deep breaths in. And maybe even longer breaths out than the in-breath. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system with the out-breath. Helping us deeper into stillness with every out-breath. You're doing beautifully. Nourishing your body, bringing your awareness inwards. One more minute to go in this pose. You can sink into the stillness, but stay alert, stay aware, don't fall asleep. Just find that sweet spot of stillness and relaxation, but still being aware of where you are in this moment, in time and space. Last deep breath in, sigh it out. And on the next in-breath, help yourself up ever so gently. Walking your hands back on your legs. Removing your props. Help your knees close with your hands. Now we're going to move to Savasana. And we're going to stay in Savasana for a guided Nidra meditation. So if you need to put on some warm clothes, take a blanket, keep yourself warm during Savasana. Very important. Cold is one of the most annoying things I find when I'm lying still and want to relax. And the cold is something that distracts me a lot. So take care of yourself. And when you have all your clothing on and your blanket, come lying down in your Savasana. Maybe you want to support your head with a pillow. Or bring a pillow underneath your knees. Do whatever you need to make yourself as comfortable as you can. And moving into stillness. Maybe take a few more seconds to make yourself even a little bit more comfortable. And then breathe it out and move into the deep stillness of Savasana. Relaxing the body completely. And let go of everything that happened or didn't happen during the practice. You did beautifully. Now it's time to completely relax. Now bring your awareness to your forehead and relax your forehead. Relax the skin of your forehead, smoothing out all the creases, all the wrinkles. Bring soft, gentle energy towards your forehead. Then bring your awareness and relax your right hand thumb. Your index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. And little finger. the palm of your right hand, the back of your hand, right wrist, lower arm, your right elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, the right side of the chest, your right waist, hip, right upper leg, hamstring, kneecap, and the back of the knee. Right shin bone, and the calf muscle. Right ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, and all the right toes together. Left hand thumb, moving to the index finger of the left hand, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, and back of the hand. The left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left side of the chest, the waist, hip, and left upper leg. Hamstring, kneecap, and the back of the knee. Left shin, and calf muscle. Left ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, and all of the left toes together. Relaxing the lower back, the belly, mid-back, the ribs, the upper back, and the chest. Tops of the shoulders, the neck, base of the skull, back of the head, and the crown of the head. Forehead, temples, the eyebrows, and the space between the eyebrows. The eyes, nose, cheeks, the mouth, the tongue, the root of the tongue, and the jaw. Now bring your attention back towards the center of your chest, your heart space. Breathe into the heart space and repeat your sankalpa 3 times on the in-breath, letting go on the out-breath. Bring your awareness and relax the whole front of the body. The whole back of the body. And both the back and the front together. The whole right side of the body. The whole left side of the body. And both sides together. The whole body is relaxed. The The whole body is relaxed. The whole body is fully relaxed. Now bring your awareness back to the room. The sounds around you. Your breath. Your body. And any thoughts and feelings that may have come up for you. The journey you have just taken. Allow the breath to lengthen, wake you up with every deep breath in and deep breath out. Start to make any movement with your fingers and toes, waking up. Maybe you like to sway your head from left to right, to waking up the head and the neck. Maybe a full body stretch, or hugging your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a big hug before moving on your side, coming up slowly and gently into a seated position with your eyes still closed. Your hands in front of your heart. Breathing in your space, into your awareness of where you are in the moment. Maybe you like to rub your hands together to create some heat in between your hands. Waking up a little bit more, centering yourself out of this deep relaxation. When you feel your hands are warm, bring your hand palms towards your face, on your eyes, on your cheeks, gently patting down your face, maybe the crown of your head, pressing on the crown of your head, bringing yourself back into the room. Bring your hands in your neck, squeeze your neck a little bit, your shoulders, down over your chest, towards your belly, and your legs. Give your legs a gentle squeeze. Maybe even your toes, to become fully present again into the space, centering out your body again, your mind out of the deep relaxation, so you can move through your day again with full awareness. Bring your hands towards your heart. Thank yourself for practicing with yourself, giving yourself the space and time. And thank you so much for practicing with me. I wish you a lovely day and a lovely start of this new year. Namaste. Sat Nam.